Tell him we play what we want to play. And if he doesn't like it, he can go someplace else. I don't play for money.
Hey, what's the matter with you? We liked your music. We only wanted to hear one good German song.
There are no more German songs. Only Nazi songs.
Wait a second.
You want to hear a song for the fatherland? Play it yourself. Take it. Take it!
Play it.
One thing that will never change is the way we tell our stories of heroism. Those stories have room for everyone, regardless of their race, gender, religion, or color of their skin. The only things we don't have room for are hatred, intolerance, and bigotry.
They call us hate mongers. They say we're prejudiced. They say we're biased. They say we hate minorities.
The minorities! Shall I tell you who the minorities are? We are the minorities!
America was built by and for the white Christian people of this nation.
Patriotism is the minority. Love of country is the minority.
We have the possibility of becoming a minority in our own country. A possibility.
It sounds to me
of becoming a minority in our own country.
like you're afraid of being me. And being me
This is my country.
is great. This is also my country.
You guys didn't win the culture war.
Because to live in a free, white America seems to be of a minority opinion.
Get the out of here now!
You're discussing drafting a proposal to reinstate a registry for immigrants from Muslim countries.
Yeah, and be perfectly honest, it is legal. They say it'll hold constitutional muster. I know the ACLU is going to challenge it, but I think it'll pass, and we've done it with Iran back a while ago. We did it during World War II with Japanese.
Are mutants dangerous?
I'm afraid that's an unfair question, Senator Kelly. After all, the wrong person behind the wheel of a car can be dangerous.
Well, we do license people to drive.
Yes, but not to live.
For Muslims specifically, how do you actually get them registered in good database?
It would be just good management. What you have to do is good management procedures. And we can do that.
I've seen it all before.
It was another time, Mr. Gantz. Another place. Another kind of people. That doesn't go here.
That's what we said too. Because we couldn't believe that there were enough insane people to walk alongside of them.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
I have here a list of names of identified mutants living right here in the United States. Now, here's a girl in Illinois who can walk through walls. Now, what's to stop her from walking into a bank vault, or into the White House, or into their houses?
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
I think the American people deserve the right to decide whether they want their children to be in school with mutants, to be taught by mutants.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. they're rapists.
The truth is that mutants are very real, and they are among us. We must know who they are, and above all, we must know what they can do.
Lock her up. That's right. That's right. Lock her up.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunder's applause.
Dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
What's the matter with all of you? Can't you see what's happening? Are you afraid to look? We are murdering Austrians. Next it will be the Czechs, and then the Poles, not to mention the Gypsies and the Jews. It's unmentionable. You think that just because you're not doing it yourself, that you're not a part of it? Well, I'm sick and tired of doing my part. And now you want to hear a song. You need someone to lift your morale. Well, I won't.
See, I'm not like Luke Trimble. The America represented in this room is not the America he died defending. I think he'd tell you your America is bitter and cruel and small.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
It's not just one song or that song, don't you see? Anytime you go along with them, anytime you try to help them, it just makes it easier.
I know for a fact his America was big. Bigger than you can imagine. With a wide open heart. Where every person has a voice.
You are out of order,
even if you
sir.
don't like what they have to say.
Enough, sir. You are out of order.
If he were here, I wonder how you'd respond. If you could explain to him what happened to his America.
It all started with lies and lies and lies and intolerance. So being from Europe, I've seen firsthand how things can spin out of control. I know there is a fear in this country and all over the world that something like this could happen right here.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides. Stand back and stand by. So go home. We love you. You're very special.
Now more than ever, the illusions of division threaten our very existence. We all know the truth. More connects us than separates us. But in times of crisis, the wise build bridges, while the foolish build barriers.
In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people.
We must all take responsibility for what is happening to our country. If those of us who have a voice do not raise it in outrage at the treatment of our fellow human beings, we will have collaborated in their doom. It is not good enough to raise these voices in our homes. Many Germans do this. But outside their doors, all they hear is Hitler's voice of hate, his promises of glory.
It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frugal. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't want to know the end. How could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad happened?
This
This is our country!
But in the end, it's only a passing thing. The shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come. And when the sun shines, it'll shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you. That meant something. Even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going. Because they were holding on to something. There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo. And it's worth fighting for.
It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends.
I found it is the small things, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keeps the darkness at bay. Simple acts of kindness and love.
That's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate. Saving what we love.
No fear! Refugees are welcome here, no hate! No fear! Refugees are welcome here, no hate!
Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.